Due to the rise of driven game shooting, in 1831 a Game Act was passed. This put in place the first fixed season for pheasants, from the 1st of October to the 1st of February. Lots has changed since then. New guns, new ammunition, less cholera. But the season remains the same. Today, we're going back to how it was done in the 1840s, with muzzle loading, black powder shotguns.
I'm really excited.
Are you?
It's something that I've always wanted to do, muzzle loading, and it's something that you are a veteran at.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I'm not quite that age of when the guns were built.
How hard are they to shoot? Everyone's saying they're the same, but I've been told that they're not.
There's a lot of people saying, look, there's a thing called a hang fire. A hang fire is the slow burn of the black powder compared with nitro, which you normally would get with an over and under. Or
a proper gun, let's just call it.
No, we don't have to call that.
And a semi-automatic.
No, all right. To be truthful, there is a little bit of a slower burn, but you soon get into it. You do have a continuous push, so when you pull the trigger, it's rather than being a crack, like you get a normal over and under or breech loader, you get a boom. And the boom will just keep pushing. So you've got to remember when you're holding the gun, it won't just go, it will go.
Actually, hold on. And
yeah, don't forget.
Do you have to, I presume, just keep swinging and just keep doing your thing?
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, you pick it up.
It's shooting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It can't be that difficult.
And you get to a certain stage where you think, well, not that I've killed enough, but just...
I would like to do things differently.
Yeah, exactly.
And so muzzle loading was your thing. How many years now?
15 years, I suppose. Yeah, 15 years.
The morning of this shoot was quite different to any that I'd experienced before. Watching the skilled team of loaders check through a vast variety of gear, ensuring they had everything for the day, filled me with confidence that we were in safe hands. As did the slightly different safety brief.
Guns and the loaders, it really is a team game. If you get an early bird and you shoot one and you've got a barrel left, you've got a choice. Do you load it up or do you wait?
Once this was done, we loaded into our cars and on to the first drive.
This is going to be completely new to me, hopefully a spectacle, and hopefully I'm going to shoot my first black powder muzzle loading shotgun Pheasant. We're not really looking for a bag today, we're looking to go out into the countryside, our community, shoot a handful of birds. I am super excited. What is the etiquette? Out front or in line?
Look. So now you've got an idea of what's going to happen. But
yeah, you're going to get very excited. My heart's going to go.
But that is a very low single partridge, not to be expected. What we're expecting is a covey.
And we shoot them out front and then in the middle of the line?
Front, yeah. Better out the front. Yeah.
Obviously we're in Norfolk and it's not that hilly. What is an acceptable amount of sky to put between?
Just as long as it's safe.
As long as it's safe, I can handle that.
We stood for the first half of the drive, watching partridges flush over the other side of the line. But towards the end of the drive, the pheasants finally flushed our way.
I was expecting to be blinded by the smoke and everything be different. It was absolutely no different to just shooting a normal gun in the actual shot.
But you did it naturally.
I was just panicking massively. There's birds everywhere. The one to the left, no, he shot that. The one to the right, no.
I mean, it was a very clean shot, mate.
So that was just every bit as amazing as I thought it would be. I'm still soaking it in. It was special. Saying it's like shooting my first pheasant again, or holding a gun for the first time again. There's something about it that was just special. So we're going to go shoot another drive now. It's now my turn to stand back and let Nick have a shot. I mean, this is just as good to watch from that drive as it is to shoot. Nick, halt! So you just shot a wonderful partridge. At what point did you wake up one morning and go, I am going to use a muzzleloader from now on? What was the impetus? What clicked you into it?
Being Mr. Holt of Holts, I seemed to be shooting quite a lot, and I got to the certain degree that, hold on a second, this isn't just about how many birds you put in the bag or how many birds you shoot. It's about having a day off, a bit of fun with your mates. So then I started thinking, well, what do I do? Do I go from give up on the over and under and go side by side? So therefore,
You used to shoot an over and under,
I was given one by Bob Braithwaite.
and that was your main game gun.
I then decided maybe I shouldn't be using his gun, so I went on to side by side. After a season, why don't we go down even further? I'm trying to tell people, we're not killers. It's not about the size of the bag, how many birds you bring down. It's about the enjoyment of using a 200-year-old musket. And actually, when you put it up there, having reloaded it, and you bring the bird down, you actually remember that bird. I began not to remember the bird. I began to, think, well, how many birds? I have no idea how many birds I shot that drive. Them all.
That's a bird. Shot. So how many muzzle loaders do you now own?
Own? Oh, mate, I don't own many.
Just a pair?
I own the pair of Boss. I probably own a Purdy. I probably have about 5.
No, not many.
No, well, I do know. I mean, what else is a boy meant to do?
The slow pace of the shooting was matched by the slow pace of the day. In between every drive was a tasting menu style 11s. You know how I feel about 11s, and so from now on, I think that 5 11s a day should be mandatory. It gave us extra time to meet each other, talk about the gear and how awesome black powder is, and what a unique dynamic black powder brings to a day. We all agreed that suddenly your shot is sacred, and you do not waste it on a chance. Knowing it will take time to load the powder, a wad, the shot, a card, and then a primer to each barrel. We carried on through the day with some lovely drives with beautiful views and expertly driven birds. As a group, shooters have been converted to think that high birds are the be-all and end-all of shooting. But a bird breaking a Norfolk hedge and cutting across the wind made for some wonderful shooting. After yet another glorious 11s from Mr. Crowley, we went on to the penultimate drive.
How are you finding the experience?
It is absolutely wonderful. Shooting one of these, you would expect it to be slow and really powerful. It's like shooting a nitro gun. The barrel is very heavy. It has a very nice swing, but it is like shooting a modern gun. It really is. I love it. Let's do this.
There really is nothing like experiencing a full line of muzzleloaders. The barrage of booms as birds break the line conjures up a special kind of childlike joy inside of me. It drives my imagination wild with how things used to be, and gives a very small glimpse of what life was like for hunters and shooters all those years ago. One last drive, and the day was done.
This is what I enjoy, is actually remembering.
You're right.
And that's what I keep trying to tell people. You know, we've been very lucky. Mother Nature's given us the birds. I think at least we could do is at least remember what we've shot.
Yeah.
And the muzzle loading side of things just hopefully calms people down.
Yeah.
Because they've got more time to think about the shot.
It's a lot more social as well. I think that's quite nice.
It is.
You're never alone on peg.
No.
It's a spectacle, so it's actually quite nice to just stand around and
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah. And talk to the people you're with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, in a normal breech loading day, over and under or side by side, then there isn't that.
It's just different, isn't it? And you can create it on a normal shoot day, but here it's forced upon you.
Yeah.
The community and conversation is forced upon you, and you can't not enjoy it.
No. So you, as you say, Nick, you remember your shots, and you enjoy the pecks more than standing alone waiting for the drive to come.
And that was that, one of the most wonderful shoot days I have ever attended. The only thing left to do? Emptying the guns.